Hey, welcome to the bonus video for Attention Management Program Week 2. In this short video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to set up the best environment for productivity and attention. To do that, we need to attend to both our external environment and our internal environment. When I say internal environment, I mean attending to what's going on inside our bodies and our minds that impacts attention and concentration. I think of this as our physical selves and our emotional selves. By physical self, I mean how your body is feeling physically in the moment when you are really trying to maximize your attention. Important components are food, water, movement, and sleep. So food and water, your brain needs glucose to do its work. If it's low because you're hungry, you will be less efficient. Be sure that you include eating meals, having snacks, and drinking water on your daily task lists. If you often forget a meal, set reminders. There's actually some research suggesting that people with ADHD specifically may benefit from having just a bit of extra glucose available to their brains while they're trying to study. So sipping on lemonade, or at the very least making sure that you are eating throughout the day is really, really critical to getting your work finished. Now, movement is not necessarily exercise. So much of the work we're doing now is sitting at our computers. Your body needs movement, so don't forget that. Walk around the block, do some exercise in the morning, walk your dog, take breaks to clean the kitchen, or even pick up your laptop and take each class in a different room if you can. Sleep might be the most important factor of all. During sleep, our bodies physically heal, we process emotions from the day, and we gather the energy that we need to stay focused. For more tips on sleep, check out CAP's online self-help resources. But if you prioritize a regular sleep schedule, you may be surprised what positive effects you notice in your attention span and executive functions more generally. By emotional self, I mean how you're feeling. It's important to get in the right headspace for working, whatever the task at hand is. Consider playing music that helps you focus, reminding yourself of the intention for that work session. Consider writing it on a sticky note and taping it to your laptop, or even saying it out loud before you sit down. Review your to-do list, remind yourself of the goal as you get started. If emotions do interrupt, try this strategy called the distractibility delay. We'll talk even more about worry and other unhelpful thoughts during week 3, but for now, here's the distractibility delay. If you find yourself interrupted by a worry or a strong emotion, have a notebook next to you. Whenever that comes to your mind, pause, write it down, and then close or turn over the notebook, take a breath, and get back to your work. Then, when you're done with the task that you set out to finish, give yourself just a couple minutes to read whatever was on that sheet and take care of it if you need to, or even just allow yourself to think or feel that emotion. If you give your emotions some space, you may be surprised that they're kind of willing to wait until after the task is done. So it's also important to have the best possible external environment for the task at hand to promote focus. Create an environment that is as distraction-free as possible. Distractions can include your phone. Consider something like the Forest app, or there's plenty of others to help reward you for ignoring your phone. The internet, in a similar vein. Things that you enjoy around the house, maybe plants that need to be watered in the middle of whatever you're focused on. People, pets, even like a window, like the one I'm sitting right next to. The truth is that my best working environment is probably very different from yours. So instead of giving you hard and fast recommendations like no noise or no phone, my best advice really is to get curious about what is the optimal external environment for you. Do you work best alone, with someone on Zoom, music and silence? Get sincerely curious, experiment with different things in your environment, And then once you find something that works well for you, work it. It's also important to make time tangible in your environment. People with ADHD or other attention difficulties may lose track of time by either getting distracted or being hyper-focused. So essentially what we need to do is force ourselves to be aware that time is passing. You can do that by working in front of a clock, the old-fashioned kind with hands might even be best here. Set alarms or timers or announcements on your computer to tell you every half hour or so when time has passed. Ask somebody else to call or text you at a certain time, or set timers for tasks, like I'll spend 15 minutes working on this project, and then I'll check in and see how far I've gone. Something like the Pomodoro method can be really helpful here. Google that if you're not sure what it is, or come to the group component of the AMP workshop and we'll talk even more about it. So to review, think of your attention like a fancy car. If you want it to get smoothly from point A to point B, you must take care of the body of the car, its engine, your physical and emotional well-being, and you have to get on the right road. You want something with a smooth, unobstructed path in front of you and mile markers along the way to help you keep track of where you're going. So I hope some of these tips or that metaphor was useful to you, and we'll see you in week 3.